this is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from beautiful Florida. And today our question comes to us from Zoe. And Zoe says that she has recently moved into a new home, which is having unwelcome energetic experiences. And she goes on to describe these, and they include things that you would expect, like things moving, lights turning on and off, uncomfortable feelings, generally what you would first think of as a poltergeist experience. But she goes on to say that the previous owner of this home died of a drug overdose at a young age. And she believes that this might be this person's spirit, and she's had other experiences that include the spirit sitting on the edge of the bed, jumping up and down on the bed, and other things that lead her to believe that it's not a poltergeist, but a spirit. And she has saged the house, she's tried to do other similar things, she's tried to talk to the spirit and ask it to leave. Pagan and shamanic friends have tried to help her to deal with this and failed. She wants to know if I have any suggestions, and indeed I do. The first thing I would say is that what you need in this situation is not to ask the spirit to leave, but rather to help the spirit to cross. The spirit, if in fact it is, as you're suggesting, someone who died of a drug overdose, probably died in a great deal of emotional pain and confusion, they need help to cross over, and you need to find someone who can do that or do it yourself. And ideally, this is something that would be done by a person who is an open clairvoyant, ideally even a high priest or a high priestess with special training in this area. However, your likelihood of finding such a person is low. Most likely you'll have to do it yourself, but you can, and even if you have to try to do it more than once, it's not going to hurt anything to try. And what you want to do is you want to talk to the spirit, explain to the spirit that they are dead, that they need to cross over, and that there's nothing to be afraid of. And usually that's where you need to focus your efforts, because most often spirits who are trapped between the worlds this way are afraid of going forward because they're afraid of what they're going to find. Other times they're in so much pain where they are, they just can't see the path forward, and you want to encourage them to understand that as they move forward, that pain will fall away. And you want to direct them into that archetypal light you always hear about. And you can imagine this as a doorway of light off to one side. And you want to help them to find it wherever they will see it and move through it. And visualize yourself leading them into that light. And the idea is that you want to help them to let go of their fear, to let go of any anger they may be holding, and to embrace the idea of crossing over. And then you, in meditation, you literally take them by the hand and walk them through the light. And generally you let them go through the light, you stay on this side, but if you cross through with them, nothing bad is going to happen. So that is perfectly acceptable. So this is what I would actually recommend to do. If you do not feel you can do this, look for someone who can. In the meantime, try to ground out the energy in the home as much as possible. When spirits manifest, it's because they're using energy to do so. Sometimes it's their own, sometimes they know how to manipulate energy. Sometimes, however, and I would think in a case like this, it would be part of the problem, there's a lot of energy in the home that is raised but unfocused that they can use to help them to manifest. Ground it out, you'll have fewer manifestations. So those would be my suggestions. I hope you find them helpful, and until next time, may you blessed be. Pray for peace. Pray for love. Pray for stability. Pray for the nation where you live. Pray for the world. Hello, this is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from witchschool.com. Are you looking for the best in pagan and magical education? With more than 12,000 pages, witchschool.com is like having your own personal library with individual learning assistants to help you study. And Witch School's Anyone, Anytime, Anywhere education system is available any place on Earth, anywhere you are and anytime you want it, as long as you have an internet connection. Witch School's lifetime memberships are a great value. They really do last a lifetime. They've been there for years and they'll be there for years to come. So get your membership today at witchschool.com.